So I'm gonna take this part out right here. It smells so fresh. And then we're going to cut it. This is going to be for the potatoes. I might find some other uses for it, like for the eggs or something like that. But so far, we're just going to dice this. How many of you guys ever had bell peppers inside of your potatoes, your southern potatoes? And do you do it all the time? Because I love bell peppers and onions in my potatoes. I feel like it just brings the whole dish together. So we're going to set this to the side. The reason why I'm cutting up my vegetables now is so that my cutting board doesn't have all that potato dust and all that. So I'm getting all the fresh vegetables cut first. I did wash it off, but we're going to wash it off again to get rid of these seeds inside. All right, so let's cut it. And there's no right or wrong way to cut a bell pepper. You can cut it as small as you want, as big as you want. It just depends on what's your preference. So those of you who don't really cook a lot, I'm going to show you, okay? Now, if you do have like a multi, I think it's called like a multi-slicer that you can get off of Amazon. I did do a review on one of them. You can use that. It's pretty much easy. It's easy. It ain't pretty much. It is really easy. But me, I like the hard way. So that's what I'm going to do. Alright, and then I'm just going to put it in a strainer. Oops, some fell on the floor. I need a bigger cutting board. This is not cutting it. Literally. Alright, so then we're gonna, I like to cut this off right here. So we're gonna cut it off. Try to show it so you guys can see it. Now a lot of people say that, oh, you're wasting this part because you can keep it. So this is what I do. I just cut it off. And there you have it. Let me set this to the side. And we're going to put it in the strainer with the red bell peppers. Inside. And pull that out, and then we rinse it off. Alright, so let's start cutting. And we're going to do the same like we did with the red one. It's okay. Just cut it. Now, if you want to be perfect about it, I would advise you to not have the cutting skills that I have. and get a slicer. That's the second option. And then we add it with this. There we go. Voila. So I'm gonna go ahead and repeat the process off camera. So now we have our onion, and we're gonna cut it just like we cut our bell peppers. So I like to cut this part off. People say don't cut this part off right here, or it's gonna make you start tearing. Let's see. Yeah, it does actually does that. So and then we're gonna cut it in half. And there we go. I'm gonna remove this because we do not need this. There we go. You can do it this way. Y'all gotta understand, it is so hard doing this and recording. There we go. And then we're gonna add this with the bell peppers because this is going with the potatoes. There we go. I'm gonna cut the other onion off camera real quick. All right, there we go. Now we're gonna do our garlic. All right, here's our garlic. I got a garlic mixer, but I'm not gonna use it. And don't worry, the peelings do come off of it. Oh shit, I cut mine now. Okay. I'm just gonna mix it up. Now this, we're gonna throw this away because this is no purpose for this. So now I'm gonna put it in this. I got this from Walmart. It's like a set of pans and silverware for like $39. It was on sale. So this was included with it. It comes with like 4 of them and some tops. So we're gonna put this in here. And I'm going to mince some more garlic up off camera. Alright, we are done. So now we have our parsley, and I'm gonna put this in this. Let's go ahead and cut it up. And I did rinse it off. Add it in here. And then I'm gonna wash this cutting board off so I can do my potatoes. Alright, so here's our potatoes. Now I'm gonna cut mine like this. Just right in the center. And this. Like that. I'm just gonna cut them like that. Put them in that water, cup of water, cold water. I'm gonna remove this part right here. This. And there you have it. So I'm gonna go ahead and cut the rest of them off camera. I'm pouring some oil in there. We don't need a lot, right? Probably maybe a 1/4 of a cup of oil. And let it get hot for maybe about 2 minutes, and we're gonna add our garlic. You don't want to season your potatoes until they're almost done, or it'll start sticking to your pan. Alright, so we're going to add all this in there. And by now, your potatoes, your house, I mean everything should be smelling perfect right now. Now the vegetables will send off a lot of natural water to it. So if you have to, you can turn your stove a little higher. Just like maybe 1 notch. Give it about 3 minutes and then we're going to season it. Now we're going to season it with some Creole. And I'm using about 1 tablespoon of Creole seasoning. Some oregano. Just a teaspoon of oregano. Garlic powder, and I'm going to use about a tablespoon and a half, because I love garlic. Now if you're not a garlic fan, just use maybe a teaspoon or maybe a tablespoon. Some paprika, 1/4 of a teaspoon. You don't need a lot, it's just for color really. And some black pepper. And I'm using a teaspoon of black pepper. It does smell like it's kind of cooking really fast. So I got mine on high because of the bell peppers. It was retaining a lot of water. And I wanted it to fry, not boil. So just keep mixing your seasoning in. And you can taste it while you're cooking it to see if you have enough seasoning. And we're about to take this off in about 2 minutes. Now I'm going to turn it down to number 5 and just let it simmer. And these are done. So I'm going to put it in a bowl, wash this pan out so I can cook my other sides because I don't want a lot of dishes. We're going to go ahead and wash this out. And there you have it, your southern fried potatoes. There you go, guys. Alright, so we're going to go ahead and wipe this down. And we're going to do sausage and bacon. So I got some maple. I love maple. I got this from H.G. Hill. And you can get a pick 5 of bacon, sausage, whatever you want for $19.99. So I got that. And I got a couple of these. So we're not going to do a lot. Because my babies, they don't really eat a lot of meat. And then I'm going to cook this on low because I don't want it to burn. And then we're going to open this. Get all these nails. I'm just going to cut it. So I'm just going to cut it from up here. And be sure to wash your scissors off. And then open it. Put this over. Should have put some oil under there, but the bacon's going to create oil. So your meat don't stick. How much you guys like these long movies? Long videos. If you guys like these long videos, let me know in the comment section below, and I'll start doing more longer videos than short videos. So let me go ahead and put this all in the pan, and I'm probably going to speed it up a little bit. So I have 3 bacons left. I try to squeeze as much of one there as possible because they do like bacon. I'm a sausage lover. I love maple sausage. It's so good. I'm just thinking I might as well put these 3 bacons inside the air fryer. I don't know. But we're just gonna let it cook. Don't worry about it being over like lapped and everything, because once it starts cooking at the bottom, I'm just going to start moving it around, and then everything will cook out at the same time. So, trust the process. There we go. Kind of like fork your sausage and roll them over. Let it cook for at least 5 minutes before flipping it. I'm going to turn the stove up a little bit more to number 6. Okay, so now we're going to go ahead and flip it. My sausages are breaking. Okay. There we go. Now if you see someone that's already getting done before the other ones, see this raw one, you want to move this one because it's almost done. Almost, not yet. And put it in the center so it can cook. Now if you don't want to overcrowd your pan like I did, you don't have to. It's just that I like to just get everything done at once. Because then I'm going to do some toast. Now, you can just move your bacon around. It don't even have to be perfect, though. Now, once you start seeing it get brown, you know that it's almost done. So just kind of like move it around like that. For the ones who have that bacon, a flattener, where it flattens the bacon out on a griddle, I like that. I wanted to say something else though. Man, these sausages got skinny as hell. Just keep moving your bacon around. If it's still pink, you don't want it. And they'll be done at the same time. These are not done to me. I want mine crispy like this. This is perfect. It is almost done. A lot of people save their bacon grease for their eggs or whatever. I'm not sure if I'm going to keep it. But it's a lot of bacon grease though. So I'm going to remove the sausages. And I'm just going to put it on a glass plate. I don't know, man. These things look like they got smaller. Like, what the heck? I don't remember them being so skinny. I'm gonna let that one cook a little bit more. See, I'm done. I don't like my bacon really crispy. And be careful because it will splash and burn you. Alright, there we go. So let's wash this pan out and do our toast. So we washed our pan out. I'm trying to open this butter. And if you don't have this type of butter, you can use any butter you want. You can use margarine. I just wanted some real butter today. So let me open this and then we'll get right back to it. And we got this. You can get this at H.E. Hill for $1.19. So I'm gonna open it. I don't eat the end bread. I just do not like the end bread. But I'm gonna keep it. We don't throw away stuff here. Oh, look at that. This is my first time trying this one. It looks like butter. Like almost like butter bread. Okay. So we're going to take some butter. I don't know if you guys can see it or not. And then this butter is kind of thick. So we're gonna let this water dry out and then we're gonna put the butter inside the pan. And I did end up saving the oil. That is really hot. So we're gonna add the butter. Add a little bit more. You know it's real butter when it don't burn. But don't get me wrong, Blue Bonnet butter, I mean, I know it's not real butter, but it tastes good to me. All right. So we're just gonna lay our bread in there. We'll do 3. Okay. And just let it cook. So we got some EB eggs. I'm just gonna crack them in a bowl and get them ready. All right, let's flip this over. Ooh. Maybe we should turn that down, huh? Just put a little bit of butter underneath that one too. You don't need a lot though. Use that one. There we go. And we're gonna pull this off in about 5 seconds. Alright. Let's go ahead and pull this off. Alright, and we're gonna wash this out and do our eggs. So it is clean. Now we're gonna add our butter. I like buttery eggs. And this is some good butter. And I got about 7 eggs. There, that's all we're gonna use. There we go. How many of you guys like cheese on your eggs? I was cracking some eggs and I had like 3 of them in the bowl already. And then I cracked another one and that one had blood in it. So I had to throw the whole bowl away. It just makes me not even want to eat it. But I guess it comes with the territory, you know. Alright, so we're gonna move this around. And I got my stove on number 5. And we're just gonna pour that in there. I like garlic in my eggs, so I'm gonna use a little bit. There we go. And some black pepper. I like a lot of that. I'm not gonna do cheese today. I'm just gonna do regular eggs. Since I have a lot of butter in there, I don't want to overdo it. And then we got all that meat, so. We're gonna do it like that. then just let it cook for like 20 seconds, and then you want to move your fork, your spatula or whatever you're using. I know you guys hate that noise. I can't stand it. Alright, so now I'm going to turn it off so it doesn't overcook my eggs. Then I'm just going to throw a little bit of parsley on top. Okay. Now if you want to, you can throw a little cheese on top of it, but I'm not going to do it. I like parsley. I'm going to add a little bit more. And then go ahead and remove it, and it is all done. Breakfast is done. Beautiful. A little bit more. I'm going to put some on my potatoes too. Alright, so let's make our trays. I'm gonna put the potatoes right here. Some bacon. And some. And then the toast go on later. So if you didn't want any bread, we're just gonna put some ketchup in here. Ew. Ew. And we're just gonna sit it right here. There you go. And there you have it.